What's up, y'all? It is currently almost 1:30 and I just realized I haven't even started vlogging yet today. In case you haven't noticed, the last couple of days have just completely threw me off. So if you've watched the last couple of days of vlogs, you know that Axel really wasn't feeling well, but he's doing much better today. He's still definitely sick, but he's so much more himself, sass and all. He ended up sleeping from about 4:30 until 10:30 last night, and then woke up, we got him in the bath, and then we got into bed to watch Mary Poppins, and then we both fell asleep. And he slept until probably like 6:45 this morning. He wakes up between like 6 and 6:30, so that's right around his usual wake up time. Things are closer to normal today. We're still having, he's still sick, still not feeling great, so we're not leaving the house, we're not really doing much other than like home stuff. Your girl's gotta get stuff done. So I'm working on some podcast outlines. I've worked on some thumbnails for this channel, and I'm also watching the replay of a coaching call from my mastermind. So, I do have to get some cleaning done at some point today because I haven't done dishes in a hot minute. I haven't done laundry in a hot minute. I was on top of laundry. I feel like the moment I get laundry done, I like sit down and take a breath, and then it just like populates. Like they just breed like rabbits, and all of a sudden laundry everywhere. My birthday's in less than a month, so I'm gonna be 29 years old. I'm not doing anything special. My mom's doing my hair because we're waiting to do my hair until my birthday, so that way it's really fresh for when I go to Vegas. But just in the meantime, it looks like garbage, but I know that it's gonna be so good once it's done, and we're gonna hopefully be able to do something a little funky with it. Oh my goodness, I keep yawning.
Really? You're gonna kill me.
What you doing? Ugh. So this is something I've caught myself doing a lot lately. I compare myself to other people all the time. I compare myself to people at a level that makes completely no sense. And we all do this. We all believe that other people have got it better or they're doing it better and we are just lazy, we are not good enough, things like that. The problem that I'm noticing specifically for myself as a single mom is I am not even comparing myself to other single moms. I am comparing myself to other moms that have partners. And this is not to say that people who have partners have it easy. They have a different situation. I have all the responsibilities. I don't have anyone to like ask for help. I look at people who are partnered with kids and I go, man, I should be able to perform at that level. Even though they have someone else to tag team paying the bills. They have someone else to tag team the dishes, to tag team the laundry, to tag team when a kid is sick. I'm comparing myself to those people all the time and it makes no sense. I do this a lot with my business too. I compare myself to entrepreneurs who are single and don't have kids. I compare myself to people who had a different starting point than me. I compare myself to people who are just at a different level and stage of life than me. I also get caught up comparing myself to people who are older and they've already gone through the stage that I'm in and they're ahead of me, and I tell myself that I should be where they are because for whatever reason, I should be able to skip ahead and just be where they are at with the skill level that they're at, period, done. And it's becoming a problem. It's becoming such a problem that it's holding me back in a lot of ways. And I know that if something is impacting me this way, it's probably impacting somebody else this way too. We as moms have to remember that sometimes life is going to be a mess. This is not only my space, I share this space. And I have a kid. And I have to pay the bills. And my kid's been sick, so everything is just a disaster everywhere. But I don't give myself nearly enough grace. And even now, Axel's feeling better and he is upstairs playing a game with my grandma, which is wonderful. He's still a little sick, but he has enough energy to have his sass back. So he's up there, so he's like, I'm gonna take this time and I'm gonna sit down and I'm just gonna play on the Xbox for a little bit because I just wanna decompress. And then I started beating myself up about all the stuff that I have to do, but I was just like, you know what? If I don't take care of myself and if I don't mentally put myself in a position to get out of the stress once in a while, I'm not going to perform the way that I need to perform. I'm not going to put in the work that I need to put in order to make the amount of money that I need to make in this specific amount of time. There are things that I can and should do better, yes. And one of those things that I can and should do better is take care of myself and my mental health. And I also need to stop comparing myself to people who don't have the experiences in my life. One of my biggest pet peeves is when people will take something completely out of context, like something is geared toward a specific audience, they aren't in that specific audience, and they take it personally, and then they get all pissy about it. It really irritates me. Like, come on, we all have brains. If it doesn't apply to you, then it doesn't apply to you. And yet I'm over here doing that same shit to myself, which is only making me more stressed out and making me not the mom that I want to be, because it's making me snap at my kid more. It's making me not be able to show up the way that he needs me to show up. So I just kind of want this to be a friendly reminder. Stop comparing yourself. Stop beating yourself up so much. Because if we're being real, like if we could be really real, us beating ourselves up makes us a worse mom. And it makes us show up worse. And it makes us create more problems than needs to be there. Just straight up. And we all got to get better at that. Regardless of how we became single moms, this is our life right now. These are the cards we've been dealt. And we cannot expect to show up at the level of someone who has no kids, show up at the level of someone who has help with the kids, show up at the level of someone who has the ability to afford to pay someone to help with their kids. And I genuinely have no problem with that. And that's a whole nother video. But if someone is able to provide someone a job to make their life easier, and they've worked hard for the money that they have, do it. But if you're not there yet, don't beat yourself up about it. And for heaven's sake, can we stop like shitting on people who have gotten to that point? Anyway, I'm gonna play some ESO. I'm gonna chill for a bit before Axel comes back downstairs, because sometimes we just gotta decompress a little. I'm gonna nerd out. I'm gonna kill some dwarven machinery, and it's gonna feel really good.